Fearless women, seriously, fearless women are going to be changing this world. Nothing else, nobody else. And fearless does not mean without fear. Fearless means moving with the fear, beyond the fear, in spite of the fear, and sometimes soaked with fear. It doesn't matter. We have this little world here, and we have the gift. We have the power to tilt the balance and create a world that is healthier. We need it. That is equal. That is fair. That is conscious. That is caring. Now, it's a big mission. And when you have a big mission, any kind of a mission, building a hospital or climbing the Everest or starting a business or changing conditions, social, political, any mission needs to be grounded on principles. Just wanting and wishing is not enough. And every mission has a different set of principles. You're not going to use the same principles when you're climbing the Everest as when you're building a hospital, right? So you need to know the principles that will take you where you need to go. Is that true? I'm here to tell you the 4 important principles that you need to become self-actualized. And what does that mean, self-actualized? Just the big fat word. No, it's not. It means actualizing your potential, everything that you are, everything that you have to give. It means actualizing your life. And you have 7 areas of life, and I'll tell you all about it. And you need to actualize all these 7 areas. And then it means actualizing your vision, your purpose, your mission. Now, this is it's a big job. And you need all the help that you can get. So in the little time that I have today, I want to give you at least those 4 principles that I use in my work. Now, let's see if that works. It does.
You actualized it.
What?
You actualized it.
I actualized it. Okay. I call them the 4 golden keys. The number 1 is know your inner map. Now, if I ask you, do you know your inner map? What would you say to me? Be honest. No. Some of you might say, yeah, I've been there for a long time. I know my inner map by heart. Okay, well, do you know that there are 3 people sitting inside of you? Raise your hand if you know that.
I'd say 10, but...
Oh, they sound like 10, but they're actually 3. All right. Who are they? Can you tell me? Yes, 1.
Me?
No, the me is 3 people.
Your ego.
Yeah, I know. No, I know there's a lot of theories, but I'm going to tell you about it. Now, you know that to get anywhere, you need to know your inner map, right? Because everything starts over here. So that's the first principle, and I'll tell you more about it. The second one, cultivate internal leadership. What does that mean? What does that mean? Tell me, people.
To be disciplined?
No. Those 3 people that are sitting inside of you only one of them is really capable of being a leader. And you need to cultivate that one, that girl. Okay? And you'll get to know her in a minute. And again, you need to cultivate inner leadership, because leadership is not out there, it's in here. Okay? Then, optimize all 7 areas of life. So some people say to me, 7 areas of life, come on. Can I just like cultivate 2 or 3 or 4? And I say, I hate actually holding these things. I say, look at the body, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have 7 big parts. And the body moves beautifully together because all the parts are working together, right? You're not going to go to the gym and just do this. You're just not going to. It's crazy. Right? So it's the same about your life. You need all 7 areas, and all 7 areas are interconnected. And I'll tell you about them. And then the 4th one is commit to your purpose. That's pretty obvious. How many of you have a feeling about your purpose? You do. Okay. All right. We need to know who we are, why we're here, and what is it that we want to change, contribute, deliver, create, and so on. Now, what happened?
Yeah, that looks like my life.
Okay, know you're in a map. Well, I'm going to the first one. Okay, there are 3 people, right? The first one, this is how it should be. Now take a good look at it. This is your 3 people, the 3 aspects of yourself. Your expanded self, your emotional self, and your defensive self. And in this, they're aligned correctly. This is not what happens inside of you. This is where you want to go. Now, who is this emotional self? Do you know her? Yes? Let's take a minute and just express something emotional. Come on. What? Wow. You know, okay, your emotional self is the part of you that holds all your feelings. The good, the ugly, the bad, the beautiful, the everything. Everything is there. All your emotional imprints, everything is there. It's a beautiful part of us. And we know it's bruised and it has some difficult places that need to be healed and resolved and all of that. But there is a lot of wonderfulness in there. Now, the next one, your defensive self, I am missing a slide. I wonder why it happened. But I want you to imagine a tank. Can you see it? With the big, yeah, that's our defensive self. Now, why do we have a defensive self? To protect ourselves. I want to tell you, your emotional self and your defensive self are like twin sisters. You're born with both the survival instinct and your emotions. Now, when your emotional self gets bruised, her sister, the defensive self, wants to immediately protect. And what happened to us? This protection got bigger and bigger and bigger. And our emotional self is sitting in a little box. And the big sister is saying, don't. Just don't express, don't. You're gonna get hurt. We gotta be this, we gotta be that, and we gotta be this, and we gotta be that. And that's how we're going to survive. Right? Now, that stops everything. You're not living anymore. You're caged. And that's what happens to us. But there is a third part, right? I put that picture, but it could be any wise person here. Who is that? Your expanded self. Who is that? Who? That's your wisdom self. Raise your hand if you meet her once in a while. That's the part of you that has a drop of the cosmic wisdom, love, compassion, and understanding sitting right inside of you. And thank God for that. Now, this is your leader. This is your inner leader, not your emotional self. She's lovely. She has a lot of wonderful colors, but she's not a leader. Do you understand that? Not your defensive self. She's full of tricks. She has a lot of ways of surviving, and she's fantastic, but she's not your true leader. This one is your true leader. And if you don't know how to cultivate that part and give her the tools to be the leader, the parent, the healer, the best friend, then you're not going anywhere. And this is what I do when I work with people. I teach them to cultivate that part of them to be the coach, the inner therapist, the mother, the father, all of it. And she can do it. So, you agree with me now, you need to know your inner map. You need to know what's going on in your emotional. What is she feeling? Where is she stuck? How do you need to help her? You need to know what's going on with your defensive. Where is she overreactive, overprotective? Where is she suffocating the whole team? Right? And you need to know your expanded self, because she is your leader. All right, we know that. We know that she. Now I'm going to the second principle, and that is cultivate inner leadership. I want to give you a little example, because otherwise it's just too. Let's say that you go into a party and you see a guy and you really like him. That can happen, right? And your emotional self is going, ooh, he's really cute. But I think he's looking at that other blonde. I don't think he's going to like us. I don't think he's going to like us. I don't think he's going to like us. So your defensive is going, we're not going to go. We got hurt. He's cute, talking to the blonde. We don't want anything to do with him. Right? And that's where it stops. That's where it stops. So if you have an expanded self on the scene as a leader, as a parent, and you've worked to cultivate the dialogue, your expanded self can step in and go, honeys, listen to me. Listen. No, we don't want to go. We don't want to go. Don't. Yes, we're going to go. Because what's going to happen? He's going to say that he doesn't like us. So what? We can handle it, girls. Come on. And you're looking pretty. You're looking pretty, I'm telling you. Come on, honeys. Let's go. We don't want to be at home without a cute guy. I'm just saying, you know, and there are millions of moments like that in life, that when you have an expanded self that's loving entity and coaching, a mothering force of good inside of you, she can take you through all the, you know, all the pitfalls of life, and you need that. So I'm going on. You get my point, right? Inner leadership. Okay. This is you in potential. Your three aspects are aligned beautifully. They're talking with each other. The dialogue is flowing beautifully. And all the inner energy that is placed so beautifully and balanced is moving through the 7 areas of life. The 7 areas of life are gates. I call my method gates of power. Those are powerful if the energy is moving and flowing freely. All right? So, this is where most of us are. Take a good look. Defensive is the leader. And when your defensive is the leader, your inner being is not aligned. Everything is blocked. Everything is tight. Everything is fear-based. Okay? Understand that. Then all these areas of life, the 7 gates, body, emotions, dialogue, and so on, blocked. Partially, quarterly, but blocked. Okay? That's not the life. That's not an actualized life. You want to take yourself from here to here. This is what I do with people. Okay. We understand that one. We understand that one. We kind of understand that one. All right. Because the time is short. Optimize all 7 areas of life. Yes, she's telling me that I should stop. All right. What are the 7 areas of life? I'm just going to go really fast. Your body needs to be optimized, freed, liberated. Okay? Emotions, dialogue, relationships with self and others, creative expression, that gate gives us a lot of joy. Gate of life path needs to be focused, and so on. Silence, the gate of prayer and spiritual understanding, the gate of meditation, needs to be opened up. Gate of knowledge, all knowledge leads to the knowledge of life and living. Yes? So, commit to your purpose is the 4th thing. Know who you are. Find out why you're here. And actualize who you are. Actualize your gift. And actualize your life. And then you are a power to reckon with. Then you are a power that is going to change this world. Thank you.